Okay, let's go. Oh, give me a sec. So let's stand tall and supreme with the hands at the heart center. Close the eyes and bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything we need is already within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine becoming one with all beings. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your mind in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. Let's do the mantra for purification 3 times to purify the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. Om Pavitraha Pavitrava Sawa Vashtanga Topiwa Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabahya Bhyantraha Saji. Om Pavitraha Pavitrava Sawa Vashtanga Topiwa Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabahya Bhyantraha Saji. Om Pavitraha Pavitrava Sawa Vashtanga Topiwa Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabahya Bhyantraha Saji. And release. Let's bring the feet apart, the hands in front of the body for inner healing breathing. Inhale from the heart to the space between the eyebrows. Hold all the healing energy at the heart, space between the eyebrows. Exhale out through the arms, expel all the toxins with the breath. Inhale up from the heart to the third eye. Holding the attention and the breath at the third eye. Exhale out through the arms. Last time, heart to the space between the eyebrows. Inhale. Holding all the healing energy at that space between the eyebrows. Exhale out through the arms. Let all the impurities leave with the breath. And release. So let's continue with the exercises to warm up the body. Roll the head in circles, shoulders away from the ears. And change the direction of rotation. Try to make the ears touch the shoulders as the head moves around. Now right arm circles forward. And backwards. And then left arm. And then backwards. Good. And now we're going to bring the arms up over the head, toss the body down on the exhale. Last one, just stay down. Allow the body to stop shaking. And then roll your way up. Good. Bring your feet a little bit further apart, your toes facing out beyond the edges of the mat. Left arm up, inhale, reach, and then bend over to the right, exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale again, bend deeply, and up, and over, up. Keep the right side by as long as you can for your wrinkles, and up again, and lean. And then coming right back up with the right arm. Go to the left. And again, reach up, and bend. And up. Reach over, bend. Up. And bend. And last time up. And reach down. And then coming back up. Good, and then now allow the shoulders to twist the body from side to side. And then start to go faster and faster until you're really shaking it up. And then start to slow it down. And then come back to stillness. Now shake out the wrists. Fast as you can, fingers flying from side to side. And then up and down. Good. Bring the feet together, arms over the head. Press the heels, your palms up. Inhale, lift up off the heels. Exhale, back down on the heels. Lift the toes. Right up on off the heels again. Back down and press up, lengthen. Come back down. Rise up gracefully and down. One last time, reach up and come down and release. Now let's come to the top of the mat, hands together at the heart. Remember, knowledge is better than practice. Meditation is better than knowledge. Renunciation of the fruits of the action is better than meditation. Peace immediately follows such renunciation. So let's practice with the intention of renouncing all the fruits of the practice, all expectations, all attachments to the results. And let's move together like a school of fish. Surya Namaskara. Arms up over the head. Come forward and down into a forward fold. Right foot back into a lunge. Sink down deep through the hips. Into the plank, lower down Ashtanga Namaskara, knees, chest, forehead down. Glide forward into the cobra. Pull the seat all the way back behind the heels. Start again. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra. All the way back. Last time, brush your nose to the ground as you come forward. Rise up, lift the chest, bring the head back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, lift the seat up and back. Right foot steps forward to the hands. Feet together, Uttanasana, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right up and back. Come back home. Practice according to your condition. Reach up and back. And down we go. Left leg back into the lunge, into the plank. Lower the seat down, bring the seat behind the heels. Come forward and up into the cobra. 2 more times, all the way back. Glide forward. Lose yourself in the sensations. And all the way back once again. Glide forward smoothly between the arms. Right back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then the left foot steps to the hands. Feet together, bow to the legs. Rise up, standing salute. Come back home. Hanumanasana. Up again. Come forward and down. Right foot back into a lunge. Into the plank. Now the regular Ashtanga Namaskara and into Cobra from here. Back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then the right foot steps. Left foot joins. Head down. Come right up. Hanumanasana. And again, reach up and back. Fold down the body in half. Left foot back into the lunge. Into the plank. Down we go. And right through between the arms. Lift the chest, bring the head all the way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then the left foot steps forward. Feet together. Bow to the legs. Its own humbleness. Come up. And hands to the heart. Adding on. Reach up and back. Stretch the whole front of the body. Fold down over the legs, chest on your thighs, bend your knees if you need to. Bring hands behind the back, inhale, extend through the crown. Exhale, pull the crown right down to the ground, Uttanasana, chest against the thighs. And now release the hands in front of the feet, right foot back. Lower the hips and the knee, rise up through Kapiyasana, arms up over the head, stretch the body, arch the back. And bring the hands down, back into high plank. Lower down, Ashtanga Namaskara. Right through into the Cobra. Feel as though you're doing a dance. Flowing through the movements. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then the right foot forward quietly. Bring the arms up over the head. Stretch the front of the body in Kapiyasana. And then bring the hands back down. Feet together, chest on the thighs. Join hands behind the back. Inhale, extend again the chest towards the knees and go deeper on the Uttanasana. Arms over the head. Release the arms, bring them up over the head. Arch back. And then return. And again. Come forward and down, bowing humbly. Chest on your thighs, join the hands behind the back, pull the head forward, and then pull it right down towards the ground. Forehead to the shins, arms over the head. Release the hands, left foot back, lower the knee down. Kapiyasana, smoothly rise up. And then come right back down into the plank. All the movements done with deliberateness, mindfulness, and reverence. Come forward and up and back. And then the left foot steps to the hands, knee down, hips down, Kapiyasana again. Reach up and back. And then bring the hands down, step the feet back together. Chest on the thighs, arms behind the back. Inhale, extend through the crown. Exhale, dive deep. Release the arms. Bring them back up over the head, arch back, and come back home. Another variation. Reach the arms up over the head. Come forward and down. Plant the hands, lift up into a tuck 3 times. Push into the hands. Right as though you're pushing to the hands of Mother Earth. And then extend the legs all the way up. And then back into Chaturanga. Through into upward facing dog. Stay here for a moment. Stretch the whole front of the body. Push the chest forward. And then bring the head all the way back. Lift the chest as well. And swing back into downward facing dog. Now stretch the back of the body, melt the heart. Try to get the arms to flatten a little bit, the head to come below the arms, maybe touching the top of the head to the ground. Like a dog stretching its back.
Lift up the heels, bend the knees, chest with your thighs, come up 3 times. Hover. And then bring your feet to the hands, fold the body down onto the legs, Uttanasana. Come right up to standing. And then come back home. And again, arch back, watch the body moving by itself. Gracefully moving. And then come up 3 times again. Keep the arms strong and straight. And then the foot into chaturanga, through to upward facing dog, back into downward facing dog. And here melt, breathe in, pull the feet back, breathe out, soften the belly. Bring the belly towards the thighs and the chest towards the ground. And then lift the heels, bend the knees, come up 3 times again. And then bring the feet to the hands a 4th time. Pull the body right up against the legs. Come all the way up. Arch back. And come back. 2 more times on your own. No repetitions. Make as though you're doing a dance. And once you ride back home, breathe in, breathe out, let go of all expectations, all attachments to the results. Do the practice because it must be done. Now release. On to the standing poses. So let's start by standing on the left foot first in your tree pose. Bring the right foot up into your normal tree or your lotus tree. Bring the hands to the heart. Raise the arms above the head. Grow tall towards the sun. Take the gaze up. Fold down now over the leg. See if you can take the standing foot in both hands, or you can take a bind if you like. Now release the hands down on either side of the foot, so you can come upside down. Imagine being as steady in the upside down tree as you are right side up. Good, coming back down now. And then see if you can come up smoothly to release. and break the pose. Good. Other side, standing firm on the right foot, spread the toes to anchor down, representing the roots of the tree. Left foot into position. And then reach up. Grow tall. Draw the navel in, hollow out the navel. And then come down. Uttanasana. Whichever version you like. Taking a bind with both hands on the standing foot if you can. Keep the right hip high. And place your hands down on either side of the foot. Imagine yourself coming up with grace, with ease. And then come down. Good. And then get ready to come back up. Break the pose. Eagle. So, standing on the left foot again. Raise your right knee up as high as you can. Press the back of the leg against the standing leg. Left arm over the right. And sink down. All the movements done with intention of connecting with the form that you're representing. Be like the eagle, intense, quiet. And then come up. Release. Good. And then the other foot. On the other foot, lift the left leg up high, wrap, and then right arm over the left. All the movements done with as much grace as you can. Imagine God is watching everything. Take the shoulders back. And then release. Step to the back of the mat. Getting ready for warrior 3. Raise your arms over the head like you're brandishing the sword. Step forward with the left foot and come forward like you're charging. Straight line like you're lying on a table. Swim your arms back, coming into toppling tree. Bring the belly down a little bit, down further towards the thigh, but then lift the chest. Bring the head forward. Pull the right leg up higher. Then come back up. Keep staying on your left foot. Right leg stays up if you can. Arms up to the side. Moving into angel. Get a sense of body flight as you bring your chest forward and up. And then open yourself up to divine grace. Bring the head back. And back down. Lose yourself in devotion to the highest self. Reach the arms up again, over the head. Come forward again with the right foot into warrior 3. Make the body as true and straight as an arrow. Make the mind true in its intentions of offering. Sweep the arms behind, join hands, open up the palms, toppling tree. More weight towards the front of the foot. Pull the arms over towards the head. Curve the body. Then press into the right foot to come back up. Lift the chest, arms out to the side. And again, spread your wings. Bring your head back. And release. Good. Now, getting ready for Kapiyasana. Going to step the left foot forward again, lower the knee, and then sink the seat all the way down as far as you can. Bring the hands to the seat, pull down on the seat, and push up the rib basket. Feel as though you're folding it back in half at the spine. Elbows come towards one another. Lose yourself in the sensations. Arms up for Kapiyasana. Wiggle the shoulders back. Try to get the arms back behind the ears and straight as possible. Watch in your mind the index finger going right over the back toe. Making your way into Swan. The right foot comes up and into the right crook of the arm. Left arm comes around. Join the fingers. Look up. Keep both sides of the body even as possible in length. No wrinkles in the side body. Break the pose, bring the foot back towards the shoulder so you can release it gently. And then switch sides. Right foot forward, sink down to the seat. Use hands to shape the lower body. The tail comes down and under, the rib basket up. Belly button forward. And then Kapiyasana. Now bring the left foot up. Getting ready for Swan. Think of the shape of a swan's neck, the curve, no sharp angles. And try to smooth out the sharp angles in your own arms. Pull the chest forward, left side of the chest especially comes forward. So you don't shrink the left side of the body. And then pull the left foot towards the shoulder, release. Change sides. Left foot forward. Right toes bent under. Right arm up, Parivrtta Pashimottanasana. Pull the right arm all the way down to the left, anchoring the foot, the leg in place with the armpit. You can bring your hands in prayer position, pull the left shoulder back. That's too easy. Go into a pint. Hold the left wrist with the right hand, tug on the arm. Try to get your left shoulder to come all the way back in line with the same height as the other shoulder. If you can, bring the right knee up off the ground. Lengthen your line. Left hip moves back. Head moves forward. Now, revolve bound out to Chakrasana, or you can do a standing twist if you prefer. You come onto lift your left hip up, gaze before your left leg, and see if you can raise your right leg up. And step down. Release. Change sides. Right foot forward. Legs are like a box. Left arm up. Go to the right. And again, you can take the same variation as you did the first time. The left hand binds the right wrist, or the fingers lock together. Pull the right shoulder back. And when you're ready, see if you can take your left knee up off the ground. Push back through that left heel. Extend through the top of the head, and then turn the chest up, the whole chest. Press the shoulders back. And then looking down, step the left foot in a little bit more, either standing twist again or Ardha Chandrasana revolved version. And release. Good. Bring the hands down. Left foot forward. Right foot all the way back. Lizard. So just try to sink your hips as much as you can through the back and forth passes. Eventually you come to rest. Anchor down through the lower body, the hips. Imagine there's a big weight sitting right on top of your seat, and then eventually, maybe the top part of the body will flatten out as well. So you can get your chest right on the ground. Take whatever expression of lizard suits you, that helps you to be one with the form, to be quiet in the pose. Soon all poses will feel the same, will permit you to go deep within. Now getting ready to release. Come back out and up onto your hands. Left foot anchors in place. Keep your stance low. Your seat is maybe a bit lower than the knee. And then pick up the left leg, extend it over the left arm. If you can bind the foot, go ahead. Pull the foot out. Visvamittrasana. Push into your back of the knee with your left shoulder. Good. And then bring the right hand back down. Kundinasana. Bandha Garudasana. Back down. And come up into table. Switch sides, the right foot forward. And again, make your way into lizard. Once you're in the pose, settle into stillness again. Use whatever movements you need to find your way into the pose. Trust your own instincts. Explore your own tricks. Find your own tricks. And start to make your way out. With the knowledge imparted by the true teacher, you eventually find the ability to find your own way. And again, allow the right leg to sit on the right arm. You can just drop your hips back a little bit. And then really concentrate on pushing the back of the shoulder into the back of the knee. And then left hand comes down, Kundinasana. And up again, Bandhagirundasana. Take a moment to rest your forehead on your hands. Breathe in, breathe out. Now come into plank and then downward facing dog. Getting away from Vasisthasana. On your left hand and your left foot first. Go ahead, explore your variations. Make like you're dancing. Just dance your way into the pose. Keep your hips high and your left foot and your right hand firmly planted. Take your leg out to the side a little bit to make it look even more open, even more of an expression of grace, of devotion. Now return back to downward facing dog. Keep your hips high through the transition. Go right to the other side. Watch the body moving. And return, downward facing dog. One more time. Go ahead, maybe do Urdhva Dhanurasana this time. Smear your left hand into the mat. And then return. And of course, the other side. Whatever happens, be unconcerned. Just do your best. It's the effort that counts. And then come back, downward facing dog. Now we're going to walk our hands towards our feet and slowly roll your way up. Standing tall in mountain. from the base of the mountain, from the base of the spine. Breathe up to the summit, the crown. Breathe right back down to the base of the spine of the mountain. Feel strong and formidable, unshakable. Ardha Chandrasana. So we're going to step forward to the left foot, left hand plants down, fingertips firmly holding you in place. And then open up to the right. Ardha Chandrasana. Lift the right foot up as high as you can, point the toes, make like a starfish. Extend your limbs, create space. And then bend the knee of the raised leg, take hold of the foot. Pull the foot away from the seat, look over the right shoulder. Option to come up into dancer. Look forward, press into your left foot to come up. And explore your different forms. And release. Good. Try it on the other foot now. Just imagine your body moving with grace and ease. And then, with the intention of offering, this will transpire in your movements. Open up to the left, Ardha Chandrasana. Keep the right side of the body long, try not to crunch it up. Left, right leg nice and straight. And then perhaps taking your foot. Push the foot away from the seat, look over your left shoulder. And then turn your gaze down, roll the left hip down in a little bit so you can float up into your dancer. And then again, explore the variations. And back down. Standing back in mountain tall. Straight from the base of the spine. Breathe up to the top of the head. Exhale back down to the base. Remain firmly established in your intentions, in your devotion to the practice. Shavasana is next. So let's come down, prepare for headstand. Okay, go ahead. Come up any which way you like. Once you're in a pose, leave the body alone. Come into stillness in the body and in the mind. And then let's practice the one armed headstand again. So if you have bring your left forearm beside your head and bring the right hand forward into your tripod. Left foot comes behind the back. bend the knees so the feet stay close to the seat. And see if you can push back the left foot a little bit more. Eventually try to peel off one finger off at a time off the right hand. See if you can take your right hand right up off the mat. And then, of course, try it on the other arm. Switch the arms around, switch the legs around. Right leg behind the body, right arm against your head. And then left hand in front. Again, come off one finger at a time. Keep pushing back through the right foot to keep your hips over your shoulders. And then it'll make it easier to take your left hand up off the ground. Then release. Bring your legs back together. And just allow your legs to land on your arms. Perhaps for crow pose before we come back out. And back down. Good. Now, child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remove all fatigue, all struggles. Shavasana is next. Come onto your back and come into your plow pose first and into your Shavasana, or whatever entry you want. You can come into bridge first and then make your way up. It's really up to you. It's your practice. Make the transition smooth as possible. And when you're up, find your way into lotus. Try to get right on the tips of your shoulders so that eventually you can take your hands to your thighs. And push your knees up towards the ceiling. Keep your attention on the space between your eyebrows. Keep on trying to find sameness with the form. You're one and the same with every form. You've been there. Try to find a familiarity that allows you to find the comfort and the ease. And now slowly make your way into Pindasana. If you have a lotus, alternatively Pindasana or Hanumanasana if your legs are straight. Now making your way down gently. Use your arms to control the descent so that you come down softly, no hard landings, no jerky movements. And then we're going to make our way into fish pose. Push into the elbows, lift the chest up as high as you can, bring the top of the head on the ground. If you have your lotus, at this point take your toes, pull on the toes hard so that you can get your knees and your elbows to come down. Push the chest way up. Shoulders fall back. You can stay here, or you can make your way into Padma Urdhva Dhanurasana. Place your hands beside your head, and then scooch in a little bit more, your hands on your head, a bit at a time. And when you're close enough, you'll be able to press into your hands, take a half breath in, and you might be able to get your head up off the ground. Now, come back down. If you're not Padma Padma Urdhva Dhanurasana, and then lift back up to seated. If you still have your lotus, you would do here Pashimottanasana with your lotus. Alternatively, you can keep your legs straight and you do your regular upward facing plank. So if you're doing your lotus one, bring your fingertips by either side on either side of the hip. Half breath in, lift up the hips, push them forward, and then lift the chest, bring the head all the way back. Bust your gut. Now, come back, chin into your chest, and lower down. From here, release the legs and lift up into standing. Just roll your way up. Good. Standing in mountain again, tall and straight and true. Now bring your hands to the heart, getting ready for hero sequence. Walk the right foot out, facing the long edge of the mat, hands at the heart. Inhale, from the power source, the solar plexus right up to the third eye. Exhale back down to your source of power. Feel established in your power. Feel it running all the way through you. Easy Chakrasana. Adjust your feet if you need to, so your toes are wider than the heels. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your seat, and push your hips forward. And once your hips are forward, bring the head all the way back. Try then to straighten your legs. You can move your hands down, further down, grip the backs of the knees, or just below the knees. Maybe even bring your hands onto your heels eventually. Coming back up, arms out to the side, and then hinge forward. Keep the back straight, and then hold the ankles, or if you can, step on your fingertips with your edges of the feet, and try to bring your head through, right between your feet. You can try to get your chest behind the legs, like you're doing a cobra pose. Same intention, same movement of the chest. And then bring your head forward, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, slide your heel toe, your feet out, bit by bit, working on your side splits. Do this mindfully, of course. Take your attention to all the areas where you feel you want more release. Your attention's like a magnet, it will draw the energy there, the vital force. Getting ready to come back now. Push into your hands, moving forward if you need to, so you can walk your feet back. So again, a wide ankle. Plant your hands down underneath your shoulders. See if you lift up into handstand. This is an option again. You can Just press up and down the heels. And then get that leapfrog type of action. To eventually lift up. And let your feet back down. Good. Nice. Beautiful. And then take your arms out to the side. Come up again. Into another easy Chakrasana. If you feel more comfortable, you can walk your feet closer. And then make your way down. So eventually, your body looks like a wheel. Your hands are close right at the feet. And your legs and your torso are pretty much the same length. And then coming back up. Walk your feet a little bit further apart again. Up to the side with the arms. Let's do another variation. You can join your hands behind your back, or you can bring your hands into reverse namaste. Inhale, lift through the chest, bring the head back. Exhale, fold forward. Again, bring the head towards the ground, maybe on the ground, and the arms over the head. From here, you may come into Nidra if you can. Release the hands. Keep them in front of the head like you're doing it in wide downward dog, or bring your hands back into tripod and come up into your headstand from here. You're on the top of the head, and then you come up. Circle your legs up. Getting ready to come back down. Smoothly, gracefully. Land your feet in the same place from where they started. Arms out to the side. Come up. One last easy Chakrasana. Eventually you'll be able to do a full Chakrasana. Wheel pose. Just keep visualizing your body in the pose you're trying to attain. Feel your teacher whispering the secrets of the pose to you. And one day, perhaps the body will just go there. Keep practicing. And then coming back up. Hands back in front of the chest. From the heart, breathe up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to heart. A hero always stays established in love. All the actions done out of love. And then we step the feet back together. Mountain pose. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out. Continue to feel your power, sense of grounding running right through you. Now we're going to come down into a seated position for Pashimottanasana. Anchor down through the seat. Raise your arms up. Hinge forward at the hips. Imagine the chest moving beyond the knees with each inhale. Lengthen. With each exhale, pour more weight into the legs. Keep your attention at the base of the spine to attract all the vital force there. When the root opens up, the root of the Sushumna Nadi, that's when the energy comes all the way up. So be prepared for it. And then coming back up, Kermasana. Taking the modification if you need to. Open up the legs, bring the knees up a little bit, and then hold the edges of the outer edges of the feet, bring the forehead down. Of course, if you do Kermasana, go ahead. Bring your arms side against your hips, hands facing back. You can keep your knees bent for a bit as you try to take your bind, and then you can pull your feet forward, your heels forward. Trick is to keep your arms close to the body so that you have your legs close to your shoulders. Give yourself a little bit more room in the pose. If you want to do full Kermasana with the binds over your back, your feet over your head, it's another option. And release. Come out of the pose. Let's just sit in Dandasana for a moment. Just to neutralize the body for back bends. Bring your hands beside your seat. Lift the chest in the inhale. Push the lower back up and in. Fill your lungs with air, then hold the breath. Chin on the chest, kumbhaka. Bring all the attention to the space between your eyebrows. Push out through the heels, hard. Heels might even come right up off the ground. Engage your legs. Exhale. Relax. Release the locks. Getting ready for Hanumanasana. Lean to the right. Bring your left leg back. You can bring your knee in a little bit to start. Try to get your foot beyond the edge of the front edge of the mat so you can slide more easily. And then maybe the heel will slide forward. Come down to where you can. Lift is an option as well. If you're flat down on the full pose, bring your arms up over the head. Make this an expression of devotion. Embody all the traits of Hanuman. The loyalty, the courage. And release. Try it on the other side now. Lean to the right. Sit on the right side of the seat so you can swing your left leg forward. And then lean towards the left to take the right leg back. Again, square off your hips as much as you can so that your hips are not, your left hip is not too far forward to the right. And begin again. So if you're working towards a pose, try to keep your hands right beside your hips so your shoulders don't drop too much in front. Try to keep your body upright. lose yourself in the pose. Again, bring attention to those areas in the body where you need more release. Your tension is like a magnet. Break the pose. Bring your hands on the inside of the right leg. You can swing your left leg back. Bring your forehead down onto your hands again. Shake your hips around. Release your hips. Loosen them up. Imagine your snake shedding itself of its own skin. And then you find more freedom of movement. Good. Now make your way into your cobra. Bring yourself into the mindset, into the body of the cobra, and come up. Imagine having that boundless rage of motion. Work toward King Cobra. Bring your fingertips right close to the hips. Stretch your body up out of the hips. And then bring your feet up. Imagine you're holding the socks behind your knees. You're trying to squeeze them. Keep your determination strong. You have to put in some effort so you stay motivated. When you see yourself making rapid progress, it's easier to stay motivated, of course. And release. Come back down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften everything. Now make your way into Camel Pose. Hinge your seat back onto your heels and roll up. So you're standing on your knees now. And then we just lean back, press your hands into the seat until you can take your right hand easily to your right foot, left hand on your left foot. Push your hips forward, lift the chest, bring the head all the way back so that you can get your chest as high as the highest point on the body, like the top of a camel's hump. Feel free to stay here. If you can go further, you can come into Pashimottanasana. So you can just come onto your back and approach it from below, like on your back. Come into Urdhva and try to get onto your elbows. Or you can come from above, arms over the head. Bring the fingers together. Keep the arms hugging the sides of the head. Come down slowly. Use your core when you come down, so you come down with control, so you don't land hard on your fingers. And then you may be able to eventually, once your hands on the ground, move onto your forearms. Move according to your condition as always. Break the pose. You can either come back up or just come out of it. Come back down onto your back. Rest for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next pose, scorpion or forearm balance. So you work towards scorpion eventually. Split your legs first, and when you feel comfortable, you can bring your other leg to join it. Okay, so make sure that your elbows are not too far apart. They're a little bit closer to the shoulders. And come up. Keep pushing through the toes. And then you can take maybe one foot to the press against the thigh. And then move your knees together. Bring your feet over the head. Extend your legs first. Push your forehead forward. And press the toes of one foot into the other. Sometimes that helps as well. So let's play around a little bit in that pose. Right. Awesome. All right. Come back down. Chakrasana. So this is where you approach it from wheel pose. You're on your feet this time as opposed to your shins, and then you come onto your forearms again. Right, so you can come into it from forearm balance. You can see if you can drop right into it. Or you can come from your Urdhva Dhanurasana. Right, if you're doing it from forearm balance, you have to push your chest in front of your arms. Keep your legs split so you can land one foot at a time lightly. And try to bring your feet close to your head as possible. And then you can try different variations if you like. And release. Come back onto your back. And relax. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Now come back up to seated. Peacock Pose. We're going to bring your hands into position with your fingers facing back a little bit. Move forward, try to get most of your body weight forward in front of your hands. Leaning forward until the angles in the wrists decrease, and then you can lift your legs up. So you can try to keep your head on the ground first as you try to lift your legs. It's always an option. And then release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Going back to seated for Pashimottanasana. Your left leg folds back. Your right foot comes into lotus. And you swing your right arm around the body, back of the body, so you can take the bind with the right foot with your right hand. Push the left side of the seat down, lift through the chest, and turn. Try to keep the left side of the seat from getting uprooted. Use the left heel to push down on the hip. And release. Try it on the other side. Right leg folds back, left leg in lotus. Lean towards the left. Left arm comes around the back of the body. You can push the right back the fist against the knee, or allow the knee to press down on the back of the hand. Try to get the heel of palm to remain on the ground. Lean forward and then rise up. Release here. Knees together in front for another twist. Left arm up and go to the right. Take a bind if you like, pushing the knees forward, pushing the back of the shoulder into the outside of the right knee. Takes a little bit of maneuvering, but eventually you might be able to find your hands. They bind just against the left, just close to the left side of the seat. Right shoulder moves back. Look over your right shoulder. Release, place your hands down, left hand down beside the right, lift your seat, legs sit on your left arm for side crow. If you want, bring your left leg up and back, Pindasana variation. Come down gracefully. And right to the other side. Good. Right arm up. Go to the left. Really push the arm against the thigh so you can move your legs out of the way of the abdomen. This gives you more room and more freedom to twist. Feels like you're bringing water out of the cloths. Same type of thing, you're bringing all the toxins out of the body, out of the organs. And again, right hand beside the left. Come into your side crow. And maybe bring the right leg up and back. To bring your head forward a little bit, your body forward. And release. Lie on your back for a moment. Shavasana. Just for a moment to relax the body. Just allow the whole body to just relax. Feel all the muscles releasing. Feeling the body sink into the ground. As you drop all the tension away from it. Arms, legs, everything goes limp. Just for a moment to set up the mind, set up the body for the Shavasana, the deeper Shavasana to come. Now come back to seated position for pranayama. So let's do alternate nostril breathing. The rhythm is 4, 16, 8. Let's find the active nostril first by plugging off the right side of the right thumb. Breathe in a few times. And then do same on the left. Close off the left nostril with your right ring finger. See which side feels more free, more open, and that is your active side. If they feel the same, the left side is your active side. Default to that side. Mine is the active side is the left side. So from here, inhale for 4 counts. Hold the breath for 16. The attention's at the space between the eyebrows. The throat lock, root lock. Exhale through the less active. Inhale through the less active. Again, close both sides of the nose. Breath retention. Exhale through the active side again to end. Sitting up tall and straight. Exhale completely. Empty the lungs. Close off the last active side. Inhale through the active. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. Attention at the third eye. Locks, of course. Throat and root lock. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Breathe out through the less active side. Release the locks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale through the less active side. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. Tension at the third eye. Tongue behind the teeth at the upper palate. Contract the root muscles, pull into the navel. 14, 15, 16. Breathe out through the less active, through the active side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale through the active completely as you can. Then hold the breath for 16, chin on the chest. Keep the back straight even though the chin is down on the chest. Don't tilt your head so much that your back hunches. 15, 16. Breathe out through the less active side. Release the locks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale through the less active side for 4 counts. Breathe in as much air as you can. Then hold it in. 13, 14, 15, 16. Breathe out through the active side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue on your own. Do one more cycle after your current one completes. Now lie on your back for Shavasana. Make yourself as still as possible and remain as still as possible throughout, so as to allow the body to eventually and to more easily lose consciousness. So you lose consciousness of the body. Now we're going to start by preparing mentally, by repeating the following sentence 3 times mentally. I will remain awake and alert during the instructions. Now, relaxation begins on the left side. Bring the attention to the left hand and suggest to the hand to relax all parts of it. Feel the fingers just droop. The back of the hand to be soft without tension, and the palm of the hand equally soft, allowing it to just feel like dead weight on the ground as it lays there. The rest is loose and inactive. And then whole hand, completely dead-like. We carry that all the way throughout the body now. So next is the left arm. Bring the attention to the left arm. We try to relax all the muscles, all the length right through to the shoulder. Feel all the muscles dissolve, become soft like jello. So they're just nothing more than just extra weight hanging off the bones. Completely useless otherwise. And as you reach the shoulder, relax the shoulder as well. Whole joint loose. Feel that whole structure heavy. And then start to make your way down the whole left side of the back, trying to bring this sense of heaviness all throughout, all the way through the shoulder blade region. Feel that heaviness engulf the whole area. So a great weight, we're sitting right on top of the chest and just making the whole body feel heavy, just sink into the ground. It just travels down the whole back, the whole side body, Lower back eventually sinks as well. All the curves of the body in that area just sag as a result of the weight. Feel that weight starting to move into the hips. Feel as though the pelvis was made of iron. And all the weight, like water sitting in a pool, just resides heavily in the seat area, feeling extremely heavy, making the left side of the seat feel like an anchor. And continue to move your attention down the left leg now. Imagine how it would feel if you injected your legs, your veins of your legs with lead. They become extremely heavy, and the muscles just heavy as well. And it continues to move down past the knee and into the lower leg. Eventually the whole leg is immobilized. It's so heavy, it's no possibility of moving it. As we come to the foot, suggest to the foot, just as you did to the hand, to relax all parts of it. The ankle completely loose, so the foot falls outwards. The top of the foot without any tension. The bottom of the foot and the heel soft. The toes just droop. And the weight of the foot, all the muscles, everything within the foot just causing the foot to just fall out to the right, to fall out to the left due to its heaviness. And then without any type of tone in the foot, relax it completely. Now we do the same on the right side of the body now, systematically releasing the muscles bit by bit so the whole body can relax. The right hand now is your attention, has your attention. Suggest to it to release itself of all its tension. The fingers just go limp, as does the back of the hand, just resting there like dead weight. Palm of the hand, soft. Absolutely no tension there, no tightness. The wrist, loose, flimsy, barely strong enough to hold up the hand. Now the right arm, as we did with the left side, start to release all the muscles all along the length of the arm, right up to the shoulder. Feeling as though all the muscles just collapsed, just became heavy. They just became as soft, as useless as jello, just hanging off the bones. The whole arm feels just nothing but dead weight, lifeless. The right shoulder, heavy, the joint inactive. And that's starting at the top of the back on the right side. Start to channel all the way to the world, as though seemingly into the back, so that everything just sags. Burdened by the weight, everything just falls, but there's no tension, just heaviness that just causes the whole left side of the body to just melt and sink and sag all the way through the shoulder blade region, all the way down the back, into the lower back. Body's so heavy it forms an imprint in the earth below and where it sits. And the seat as well. Now as the weight moves into the heaviness, goes into the pelvic region, the whole right side of the pelvis becomes heavy like iron. All the weight that is pulling in the seat just causes it to sink. Right side of the body anchored down through the seat. And now move into the legs. Imagine that the veins were injected with lead. Muscles perhaps too, so the whole left thigh becomes so heavy. It can't even hold all the heaviness, it has to pass it down to the lower leg. So it goes beyond the knee and into the lower leg, and all the weight all along the leg causes it to just stay in place, sink. No possibility of moving it whatsoever. And then we bring the attention to the foot, the right foot, the heel, the ankle. Front of the foot, suggest to it to relax. Feel the toes just go limp. The bottom of the foot and heel to just soften. The foot to just fall away towards the right. Inactive. Dead. Like. Now, we bring the attention back to the torso. You know, the limbs, the arms, and the back of the body are all immobilized. We want to try to bring the stillness into the organs as well to promote even more an impression of a corpse. So imagine the left and right lung filling with liquid or cement, feeling them just go so heavy that they remain still, barely moving. And the heart as well, feeling to become so overcome by the weight of the fluid within that it too just slows down almost to a silent and complete immobile state. The stomach, the intestines, the kidney and liver, all of them just barely sustaining life. They become all slowed down, almost to stillness. The head now resting on the mat, forming an imprint in the earth as a result of its heaviness. The scalp is relaxed. The face shows no signs of distress or tension. It just surrenders to all this process of letting go of the body, laying to just, so to speak, decease. The face is just calm, no signs of tension or anxiety in the forehead or around the eyes or in the mouth. The jaws relax, the teeth are set comfortably.
The neck and the throat are relaxed. Exhibiting nothing but calmness. And as you enter into the brain, you realize that the brain can now find a place, an opportunity to find quietness as well, since the body is more or less like a corpse. And then as you turn your attention to the body, you just watch it disappear from view, as though we were just erased from the scene. It's become so light at this point. Now all the heaviness just all of a sudden gone, like the big weight lifted right off of it. And then it becomes lighter and lighter and lighter until it becomes lighter than air. And it just disappears from view. Gone from sight, gone from the awareness, gone from the consciousness. And now just stillness. Very much like you're looking across a barren desert or a plain. No activity, not even the whisper of a wind. But as the light shines on the surface, whatever surface you're imagining, you see perhaps great subtleties in the pavement, in the ground, in the terrain, maybe different shades infused in the earth, different textures. I realize it is very rich in its, when you look at it up close, very complex. And like our experiences, like the knowledge that we gain through our experiences, is rich and diverse and complex. The truth remains that it is all still the same, it is all a representation of the magnificence of the divine self of God. And the fact that God is in everything and prevails everywhere. I learn to appreciate all of it. For it is all beautiful, all worthy of our attention and our love. Just like every being in this universe is worthy of our love and our attention and our compassion. So repeat to yourself 3 times the following sentence. My love towards all beings is rapidly expanding. And through consistent practice, through the interpretation of forms through the asana practice, we will expand our ability to love quickly. The sign of self-realization, the sign that is dawning in us, is when we start to realize or to feel the unconditional love towards all beings. So now keep that ingrained in your mind and heart as you come back into your body. Remember it in your own interactions, in your daily lives. So now prepare to carry that mission out. Come back into the body. Awaken the body, your vehicle for exercising your mission. And come back to a seated position. Always moving in a way that is mindful, that is reverent, that is silent. So now let's prepare to sit up. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace within. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining.